regulation. It's interesting you both mentioned human-centric, because in my mind, I prefer the phrase robot in the loop to human in the loop, because I think we use human in the loop as that sort of excuse that we're gonna trust the tech and the human will keep an eye on it, and we're not there yet. But the idea of having a robot in the loop that says, right, we've got 27 steps we want to take, the machines are now ready to do this step at 99.9 and this step at 99.5, that thinking I feel is much more productive. So before our panel, to the room, any immediate questions? At the back, please. Do we have,
I can
take the
shout.
microphone to the back. You need to switch it on, bottom, red button.
Yeah, that's right.
Or even better, the speaker coming from the microphone. I love this.
Lots of questions there.
Nicolas, super interesting as always, but it sounds to me like you're really saying if you're a European insurer, you have to hope ADI is correct, because otherwise the European Union has essentially regulated AI out of all usefulness. Is that not really what we're saying?
No, it's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying today is with the AI Act, if you need to do business in AI, in Europe, on the continent, if you're in the UK, obviously you do whatever you want. If you're now in Europe, and you have clients in Europe, you need to have that label. And to me, yes, legislation can be seen as you mentioned. However, what I see is that we need, in terms of European sovereignty, and that's really important, because we're stuck in between two very large countries or regions, between China and the US. And Europe has been the first one to decide on regulation. California was about to agree to this AI Act, or at least something similar to AI Act. Unfortunately, in the last 6 months, things have changed a bit, and so it's not on the cards anymore. But I honestly believe that at least the European Commission is doing it to protect its businesses and its consumers. Again, I'm biased, and that's why it's my disclaimer here, because that's part of the AI Act. I'm biased because I worked with the European Commission on this, but I have seen the first meetings about the AI Act, and that's really what we've been told to work on. And they are, I mean, I didn't go into detail because it's already pretty boring. If you want to ask me after that, there's no problem, but I can talk about the 4 different types of risks that the AI Act covers, and what you need to do to be compliant with those risks. There's a risk that's totally unacceptable, social scoring, like you see in China, that in Europe will not fly. And there are other 3 different types of risks. And that's based on that. And we really had one thing in mind, was how we can protect our citizens and our businesses in Europe. So yes, it's a legislation. Yes, Europe is famous for that. But at least we start somewhere, and we're consistent with our vision. That's how I see it.
Thank you. Arthur.
US, so I've read both the Biden executive order and Trump executive order, plus their 100-day plan. You said something interesting, your experience in the US is worth with that. That's quite something. So what's your take on the US?
It's a tough one. It's again what I can see. It's just being factual, not a bullshitter, not a liar either. What I can see is that we were working. I mean, the AI Act came up, and Thierry Breton said we're hoping that other countries will follow suit. And Brazil came, California came. It was not as the US, it was really as the state of California. And that's my only example, is really with California. And we were working very closely with the California legislators, and it has stopped. So today, I think, as part of the American vision, and I've lived a long time in the US, my wife is American, so I know what their vision and their values are. You know, freedom of everything. It's hard to say that exactly as of today. But freedom of, and letting at least companies free of their own decisions is something that's really important to them. So will they legislate now around AI besides the executive orders that you mentioned? I don't think it will happen in the next 3 years for sure. After that, we'll see.
Thank you. Yeah, that one please, and then we'll come to the panel. Yeah.
Stuart Pembry, it's been a while.
Yeah.
I've actually implemented a low-code and AI platform for a marine broker, and as part of that
we went through the EU AI Act and did our
Brilliant.
risk register, and at the moment it's incredibly lightweight. It didn't take very long at all, and it forced us to think about one or two really good questions. My concern is that these things always start off lightweight, and in 10 years' time it will be 20 times as long and will be a cost. And the excellent can often be the enemy of the good. And so I'd just like to say, from my perspective, it's really good now.
Thank you very much.
But now get another job.